have to grow up, we can stay forever young. Living on my sofa, drinking rum and cola underneath the rising sun. I could give 1,000 reasons why.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Shakira Nate, and I am back with another video. If you are new to my channel, hi, welcome. That's weird, but if you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you can turn on my post notifications so you won't miss a time that I post. I've been posting a lot more recently now, so I'm very proud of myself about that. But it's really, really hot by this window, and I was gonna turn the air on, but then it's gonna interfere with me making the video, so just not even gonna do that for real. So today's video, by the title, I'm just gonna get right into it. From the title, today's video is the first video of my college series, and this video is going to be 5 tips on how to get through your freshman year of college, because it can be really hard, really distracting. A lot of things can distract you, and just making that transition is going to be difficult. Making that transition is it really is going to be difficult to make that transition. But no, I'm not gonna waste any more I'm not gonna waste any more time. We're just gonna go ahead and get to the video. I wrote my 5 tips in my planner. Y'all see this? This is an Erin Condren planner, and usually these are like $50, but I caught it on sale, so it was like 25 something. I love this. I literally write everything in this. Like, I wrote everything I needed to do today in here, and I've gotten through most of the stuff. I still have a few things to do, but yeah, this is really nice. Like, each month, this is May, but each month has like, I don't know if y'all can see it for real. Each month has like a little quote. It's so nice. If you guys want to know more about this, just comment down below and I'll do a video or something on it. But so I wrote down my 5 tips in here last night when I was making my to-do list for today. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and get to it. Tip number 1. I'm trying to see which way I want to do, like what order I want to do this, because it's going to be 5 tips. So tip number 1 is, I know like this is so played out and everyone says this, but it is true. Go to class. Like, go to class. Just go to class. Go to class. You're paying to go to class, so why waste this money? Go to class. Like, you're spending thousands of dollars for this class, so go to class. Like, honestly, and I know some classes are attendance based and some aren't attendance based. Those classes that aren't attendance based, go to them. Especially, I mean, it really helps when you go to your classes. Like, you get a real feel for the material and stuff like that. Unless, of course, it's an online class and it's like, you know. But like regular classes, you get a real feel for the class when you do it. So go to class every day. Go to class, no matter what. It's raining outside. Go to class. I don't feel like getting up. Go to class. I'm sleepy. Still, get up and go to class. And like, now missing 1 or 2 days occasionally, I'm like, not even 1 or 2, like missing a day occasionally won't hurt, but I don't suggest it. Like, from my personal experience, my chemistry class was really, really easy in the beginning because it was basically like chemistry that from 10th grade, like that you're basically reviewing or whatever. So like I went to class every day, like cool. I thought basically I was wasting my time in class, but I still went. And then like towards the end of the semester, I honestly just like fell off. And it's not that I didn't go to class. I went to class. I just missed maybe 4 classes last semester, which really adds up in college time because you go through so much material just in like 1 hour. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that really added up, and I was a little lost and confused, and I had to study twice as hard, and it was just a hot mess. So go to class. Okay. Rule number 2, well, not rule, tip number 2 is to get involved. I know most college campuses have like welcome weeks or whatever, where like, you know, there's plenty of activities, and most of these activities are hosted by like different organizations on campus. So, you know, on most campuses there is something for everyone. There are like the whatever club you think there wouldn't be anything for, there's something for. You know, like there's a chess club. I know in high school we have so many clubs or organizations. It is ridiculous. It's like over 300 something clubs and organizations. So it's literally something for everyone to do. And with that being said, if there's not something for you to do, then I know most college campuses, you can start your own club or organization with like the help of faculty members, and then you have to have like, it's certain requirements you have to meet in order to get your organization off the ground. But get involved. I mean, it allows you to make social connections and all types of things. This is something that I wish I would have done more of my freshman year. And honestly, in high school too, got more involved. Even though in college, it was way better than in high school. In high school, I didn't do anything for real. But in college, I did do some stuff like, I went to a few meetings for this natural hair group. And then it started, I had stopped going because it was like, I had classes around that time and stuff. So I wasn't able to always make the meetings. But I did go to that. I remember the first week, me and one of the girls I went to high school with, we went to this meeting for this group who did community service and stuff. So getting involved is really beneficial. It's good on resumes, and when you go to apply to that job, it could help. It could really help. So right now, I just want you all to stop, pause the video, do whatever you gotta do, and write down at least 2 organizations that you know your university has that you would like to join. So go ahead and do that. Okay. Anyway, on to tip number 3. Well, me just saying that leads into tip number 3. Don't put too much stress on yourself. Like if you know something is gonna be too much for you, be chill about it. Like, you know, let it go, let it calm down, reduce how many times you go to meetings a week, reduce the amount of clubs you're involved in. If you're the type of person that wants to be involved in everything, do not let it stress you out, and do not, under any circumstances, let it affect your grades at all. Don't. Like, I know for me, I wasn't used to not working. So my first semester, I went maybe like 2 weeks without a job, and then I ended up getting a job. And honestly, it wasn't too much stress for me because I limited the amount of hours I worked a week. With on-campus jobs, it already does that for you. It already limits the amount of hours you can work, and you can't go past those hours, or boom. But I had an off-campus job at McDonald's, which you guys probably know, especially if you watch my other videos. Yeah, off-campus job at McDonald's, and I limited myself to 2 days a week. At first it was 3 days, but then I took myself down to 2 days, and it really consisted of just Saturdays and it consisted of Friday nights and Saturday mornings. So, do what you gotta do to maintain your grades. Don't stress yourself out about it. Don't stress yourself out about it. Like, make sure that all the things you are doing does not affect your health and your grades. And speaking of grades, it leads me into my tip number 4 for you guys, which is to set expectations that are realistic. And this was something that I had to learn the hard way, because your 4.0 in high school does not compare to a 4.0 in college at all. At all. I used to, at the beginning of the school year, well, not at the beginning, but like towards the end of the first semester, I'm like, high school should grade how colleges grade, because then that sets you up. Because, in high school, you get like letter grades. In college, you don't get letter grades for real. So I guess it depends on the college you go to. But basically, this is how you get, like, to get a 4.0 maybe in high school, you have to have like maybe a 90% in every class, which is practically all A's. Boom, 4.0. A 4.0 in college is a 4.0 in every class, and that 4.0 can vary. Like, I know in my chemistry class for last semester, in order to get a 4.0, you needed to have at least a 90%. But in my bio class, you needed to at least have a 96%. And then in my writing class, you needed to have maybe, I want to say it was like a 97, maybe 97, 98, something like that, to get a 4.0. And those grades, they're not unattainable. If you put in the hard work and dedication, you can get those grades. I know my first semester I had a 3.8 GPA. Or was it a 3.9? I don't know, it was one of those. It was 3.8 or 3.9 overall GPA. I had only 4.8 in one class, and all my other classes I got like a 3.8 or above in. So yeah, I think my average GPA was a 3.8. And then my average GPA for my second semester was also a 3.8. I got a 4.0 in 2 of my classes, and then I got 3.2 in one, and I think like a 3.6 or something in another. I don't know. However that averages out, I know my GPA right now. My GPA from both semesters sits at like 3.84 or something like that. So yeah, don't set expectations that aren't realistic. Like, don't say. And I was also the type, like, I hate being wrong. I was doing so good in like my chemistry and my bio classes, like especially my chemistry class. The first couple of exams I got over 100% on. Then the last couple of ones I'm like, okay, I need to get 100%, but I knew the material was harder than expected. So I set this goal of having over 100% on this exam, and then I get it back and it's maybe like a 70%, and then like you start to feel bad and stuff like that. Which, by the way, a 70% in college is good. Don't let anybody lie to you. Okay? Then take that 70 and keep it pushing. Okay? So, yeah. Don't set expectations that aren't realistic. And I guess that ties in with not putting too much stress on yourself. Don't say, I'm going to be involved in 6 organizations, meanwhile being a full-time student and working full-time. And not going to work. Not going to happen. It's not realistic at all. Something is bound to mess up, and it just won't work. So set goals that are realistic, such as, the material for this class is hard. You've been studying, but you've been studying, you've been going to tutoring and all this type of stuff, but you're still a little iffy about this exam that you had. Setting that goal of a 70 and actually exceeding that you will feel like the greatest amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? The greatest amount of, relief, happiness, all types of things by setting that 70. But then let's say you having a hard time with the material, you're going to tutoring, you're studying, you're doing all that you can do, but then you still set this goal of getting, I'm going to get a 98% on this, and then you get, 88, and then you're like really iffy, you feel bad, you think, so just set some goals that are realistic, set expectations that are realistic for you, and everything will be okay. And let's move to, last but not least, tip. I don't know why I keep saying goals. Gotta keep them goals, girl. Tip number 5, which is allow yourself to have fun. College can be stressful, and while you should care about your grades and you need to focus on studying and doing work, allow yourself to have fun. Rather that be, taking a chill day every now and again, going to parties. Don't let anyone tell you that by going to parties or stuff like that you can't be successful in your classes, because they are lying to you. But I guess it really depends on the type of student you are. As long as you know that your school and your grades come first, then allow yourself to have that fun. Go to that party. I'm not saying party every night of the week, but I mean, go to that party, binge watch that TV show, do whatever you have to do for you to have some relaxation and some fun. For me, I wasn't a big party person. I went to, one party, my whole first year, and it was sponsored by our school, so it was our block party. It was fun though, but I wasn't really a big party person my first year. We'll see about my second year. Who knows? A lot changes. But so my way of having fun was binge watching TV shows and stuff of that nature. So I will tell you, I binge watched Grey's Anatomy during my first semester. I finished all 13 seasons before the end of the first semester. And the first semester was the first semester is like 3 months? 4 months? So I binge watched all 13 seasons of Grey's Anatomy within 4 months. So, and my grades came out perfectly fine. I was satisfied with them, had my relaxation. It all worked out well. Second semester, I binge watched Vampire Diaries. I did not finish before the end of the second semester, but I did binge watch. I think I'm lying. Nope, I'm not lying. I didn't finish before the end of the second semester, but I binge watched that. So find whatever ways that helps relax you and just, take a break from the school scene for a second, because it can get overwhelming and it may make you feel like you want to quit. But don't quit. You got this. You just got to keep pushing and keep your further goals in mind. Like, just think of the future as your motivation. Whatever you use as motivation, use that. And for me, my motivation is the future. Like, I know what I want my future to look like. Therefore, in order to get there, I know I need to do this now. So, that's really it. Those are my 5 tips for getting through your first year of college. Those are just like, I guess these are tips that necessarily like, just like the overall thing. I mean, you want a video going into greater detail about anything specific, like maybe, how to get that 4.0 in that class, or some study habits, or maybe, time management. Time management is something that is really, 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 really important. But time management, procrastination, anything like that, then just comment down below and let me know, and I'll be sure to look into it and give you my take on the issue or subject or whatever you want to call it. But that's really all that I have for you guys today. This video is longer than expected. But if you liked it, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up. And if you are new, subscribe. Make sure you turn on the bell so that you'll get my post notifications so that you won't miss a post. And make sure to share with your friends, family, aunts, uncles, brother, sister, cousin, all that good stuff. And follow me on all my social media, and I will see you guys in the next video.